Why is this question, what is India, important?
Uh, I think for any person living in the world today, it's really important to ask, uh, what are my roots? Because the homogenized idea of the world, the so-called globalized idea of the world, if you look at it carefully, is actually a commercialized idea of consumption, where everybody in the world is being converted into a consumer. And the process is actually dehumanizing. Yeah? I don't care if you're an American or a Britisher or a German or an Indian. The essence of understanding how I belong to the earth, what does the belonging to that particular geography and history mean to me, is being overlaid or actually suppressed by a globalizing, dehumanizing idea, right? Which is a consumer with no specificity. So look at the ads coming today. There are lots of ads coming in India today which have got Western people sitting on it. What's the underlying message? It doesn't matter who you are, you're just a consumer. Yeah? I think it deeply violates me and every one of us, right? So asking these questions now, what does my history mean to me? What does my geography mean to me? What does my local culture mean to me? I think is an extremely important question. Yeah. The other important thing is that when Sashi and I and most of us were just out of college, one of the big influences in our life was Dharampalji. Right? We've spent many years with him, and he was extremely concerned about this question of what is happening to India, because he was a Gandhian. He had seen the independence movement. He was one of the people who was the architects of the panchayat system, and he was watching all of this being misused, and is deeply concerned about the idea of development of India. Right? Can we develop? One of his favorite questions was, even if you say that a lot of things Indian are bad, can you lobotomize your brain and become westernized? You cannot. Right? Can we become a great country by running behind the tails of the West? This used to be a very important question for him. And his own research had shown up a lot of very beautiful aspects of the Indian way of doing things, right from governance to technology, medicine, so many things. And the way we are taught today completely obliterates this continuity. And it's extremely important for me to understand my continuity with its positives and its negatives. Right? And one of the big explorations that I've been on, in a sense, ever since that's in a sense why I went into yoga, why Sashi went into studying Vastu, right? To understand what is the basis of my land, right? And the other person with whom I've had this dialogue continuously over the years is Kailasam. And several films that Kailasam has made, some of them with us, some of them in his other explorations, in which Sashi and I have been involved in understanding and how to put it together. The underlying question is simply this: what does it mean to be Indian? What is India? Right? And this is it's not a concluded question. It's an ongoing question. So I'd just like to bring all the films that we've made with Kailasam together, use that as a point of dialogue and ask the question, what does it mean to be Indian? How do we look at the confusion that we see in front of us? Right?
What about Kailasam's films enables this reflection and dialogue, do you feel?
That's because the man behind the lens was always asking this question, and therefore every important film that he's made, right? We made a film on the ISI, Indian Statistical Institute, right, Calcutta. It throws up the strength of Indian thinking, modern Indian thinking, where more work was done on basic statistics in India than anywhere else in the world, and then went to Japan. So one has to ask the question, what is the intelligence of a Mahalanobis or whoever in bringing such a beautiful mathematical tool into the country, using it to study what is development, and what were the forces that didn't allow it to take root in India but allowed it to take root in Japan. Right? Another film that Kailasam and I and Sashi made was understanding Sthapati, Ganapati Sthapati. How does he look at the world? How does he look at art? Right? It's a beautiful reflection of not just the traditional mind, but the whole attitude of art, the Indian art, to reality. Okay, there's another film that Kailasam has made which explores the Melmaruvattur. It's not Melmaruvattur. What is that place? Melattur, where there is a whole reenactment of the Narasimha thing, and the person who dons the Narasimha mask actually goes into trance. Okay, what is this process? Or the whole movement of Bhopal, the Bhopal gas tragedy, and how it's being held today. What is happening to those people? Yeah? Or there's another very beautiful film he's made about discrimination in India.
You mean caste discrimination?
Caste discrimination, religious discrimination. So one has to look at all of these together without a prejudiced starting point, but as an exploration of what does it mean to me to be Indian. How can I look at India today, both its positives and its negatives, and what is my response to them? Not coming from a westernized frame, but again coming from an Indian root. That's the only way we can solve our problems in a way that is meaningful.